Well, hello, Robert Heffernan with Endotech, AI for FinTech. This is Blockchain Vitals. It's our weekly segment. Counting down the year here, only 2 weeks left in the year. It is Christmas week. Happy Hanukkah. Hanukkah has started. Festival of Lights ready to go. I am a master Endotech technician, firmly in the matrix, one talking pretty much anything trading. And the week has started, and boy, did it start with a bang here for Bitcoin. You know what? Let's do the rounds and just talk about it a little bit. Doing the rounds is my chance to reflect or talk about something I've seen, a headline, a tweet, something in the sphere of cryptocurrencies. And this was from the Independent. Bitcoin price gets Christmas boost as cryptocurrency, and then it goes on, adds a fair sizable amount to the net cap of the market, but quickly giving it right back away. And when I first saw the pump here, you know, when I talked about last week, Bitcoin, you got to do something for me. And we had a fairly good washout, and then they did come back, and by God, they closed back above 74.29, which was that weekly momentum level. And we had a little run from there, and now we have come back. I'm going to talk about this in the vitals section of it. My point being that in trading, it's a continual, what have you done for me lately, if-then statement. That's the way I look at it anyway. Every day, whatever I'm trading, whatever time bracket I'm looking at the end of that time bracket, it's a what have you done for me lately type of scenario where you got to decide what's the relative health of the market based on that time frame. And I pay very close attention to that. So I thought it was interesting that we had this pump in Bitcoin. We closed out of lower Mo on the weekly. Very interested to see how this week shakes out now. Obviously, a lot of people are turning away from trading as the Christmas holiday approaches. So I expect volumes to be light. I always of the opinion that also when you have light volumes, you also have the potential for shenanigans or the potential for people to move the market because there's not a lot of participation going on in the market. Kind of what I thought about when I saw this rally today. I'm like, yeah, how many people are actually looking at it? How many people that are playing the don't are actually around and are going to make the don't bet couple days before Christmas if they're going on holiday? All these things play into the my analysis, and the analysis I think that you should take is you got to understand this is now it's a big boys game, and there's a lot of people playing this both ways. All right, so you cannot underestimate the power of the don't, the power of the short, the people that say there's no way this thing's going back to 20,000. Not only is there no way, but I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. That's the big difference between now and 2017 when we had the big run-up. So anyway, as we roll into the last 2 weeks a year, I expect, especially this year, where we have both holidays smack dab in the middle of the week, I think it's going to be choppy trading at best. And so, you know, For my money, I'd rather just sit on the sidelines a bit here and re-attack this coming into the new year. And we'll see what happens. Let's take the vitals, though, and actually talk about the actual price action. Actually, what's going on here. In the vitals section, we get to do that. All right, and right now, Bitcoin trading 73.22. This week, that lower momentum level has shifted down to 73.31, so we're just sneaking back below it a little bit. If you are long or you want to be long, this is a good place to buy it. I got to tell you, though, it really should hold this area. If we spend much time back below this 73.31 level, this weekly momentum level, I don't see why we wouldn't just go retest, the value from last week, which is going to be much lower. And maybe even check out all of last week's range. This is kind of in a normal trading week where everybody was at the con, everybody was playing. this is the spot where we spent 5 weeks now in lower momentum. We get a close out. We retest the level. It should really hold here. And if it doesn't, I'm thinking that it's the holidays and the market's going to just drift around both ways. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. I will say this, that as we go through the rest of these top 8 or so, nobody penetrated this momentum level on the weekly except Bitcoin and, of course, XTZ, which we've talked about in a completely different paradigm than the rest of the board and new to the space, new to this top 8, top 10. Anyway, Ethereum right now trading 128.07. It's up Mo or lower Mo level on the weekly, 143.47, so nowhere really near it. XRP trading 19.11. Lower Mo on the weekly, 21.48. And I'm gonna, as we go down here, you're gonna see this. Litecoin 40.73. Lower momentum 44.60. Excuse me. EOS 252. Lower momentum on the weekly 258. BNB trading 13.32. Lower momentum on the weekly 14.46. Now we get to XTZ trading 149. It's up momentum level on the weekly, 147. Really want to see it dig in and hold there. If it doesn't dig in and hold there, the weekly average down at 119 is an area I like. And I even like even more if we get a washout, something gets goofy here. The 91 cent level is where I'm really eyeing on a washout, especially in thin markets. One thing I like to throw away bids and offers in thin holiday markets because you never know what's going to happen. All right, and now we got Tron kicking XLM out on our sheet anyway in the top 8. And Tron with a pump was up 10%. I got to tell you, I'm befuddled with Tron. The people that I respect the most in crypto, paint the picture of Tron being at the end of the day corruptible. All right, it's not decentralized. It's not a proof of work, and therefore, at the end of the day, it's corruptible. And for me, that's a real problem for me. I got to tell you, because in something that is going to be possibly universal or worldwide, to think that much control can be corruptible, I don't know, man. I'm worried about that, to tell you the least. Anyway, it had this big pump, and hold on, I got to switch my chart because I'm looking at the 2-day, and I got to go to the weekly to give you the proper information. 0152. No. Hold on a second. Let me give you the right information. I can give you information. Not all of it has to be right. There we go. 0140 lower momentum on the weekly. Right now trading. Why am I looking at that wrong? 0339. No, wrong one. There we go. 0135. I got so many numbers in front of me, I can't even tell which one is which. All right, there we go. 0140 lower momentum on the weekly. 0135 is the last at Bitfinex. So fully back into lower momentum. How about this? I mean, they pumped this thing, and it went nearly to the weekly collar on the upside. They crushed it right back here now. And again, thin holiday markets, you can put a little bit of money to work and move things. You can hunt for stops. I'm telling you this right now, I don't believe in any of the security in these exchanges. People can read the book, read the tape. Be very careful putting stops in these exchanges. I'm a big fan of just, having alarms for levels and then interfacing with the market rather than leaving your stop on an exchange where somebody can see it. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing. And again, Tron, as I've told you before, I've integrated a little bit with it, working with BeatsCoin and Vibravid.io on the music publishing side of things. But I'm very leery about, first of all, because the people that I've talked to that I really respect in the space are saying, what's the point if it's not decentralized? What's the point? Yeah, it's fast and efficient, but the corruptibleness of things at the end of the day for me is very important. I think that's why blockchain has such a powerful position going forward here in those truly immutable, uncorruptible, as much as uncorruptible can be. But let's let math take care of it, all right? Anyway, that's what I'm seeing. Please be disciplined, trade discipline, mind the mo, and for goodness sakes, enjoy your hard work, especially this time of year, right? Merry Christmas. I'll be back next week to wish you a Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Be wonderful to each other, and again, mind the mo, all right? We will see you Sunday night or Monday for a Blockchain Vitals Weekly to talk about the last few trading days of the new year. And then guess what? We get another monthly, right? We get a monthly chart to roll. Not only that, we get a quarterly and a yearly, and almost just enough data now to start looking at some of these metrics on those quarterlies and the yearly chart. That's, I'm old school. I'll go to that yearly chart and talk about it, all right? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. See you next week.